Aaron Jeffery. Brett.
Welcome back, Aaron. I saw you had a 7-hour drive to Chicago. How was your trip?
It was fucking long. I think I underestimated it. I do a lot of long drives. I thought 7 hours was going to be easy, and it was not easy. The border took a while. It was like super hot in the car because it was so hot outside. We had traffic and shit. It was long, but we made it.
And then you guys just faced off yesterday at Wrigley Field. What was that experience like?
What a thrill. Yeah, I mean, to be expected. He said something, I said something. It was not much, but yeah, it was cool. It was cool to see our names up on the wall there.
What did he say in that little back and forth?
He said, "You look a little nervous." And I said, "You got some guns on you, bro." And that was it.
And then can we get a prediction for you for fight night?
Yeah, I'm going to beat his ass again.
Thanks.
Yeah, so as you just said, you can beat his ass again. This fight is a rematch. Does that play on your mind at all going into the fight, or is it just another fight?
It's just another fight. Obviously, the build-up has been different because that's something to promote the fight based off of. He has a lot of things to say based on that, but it's been 2 years. Like he says, he's a completely different man. I'm a different man. It's a tournament. I mean, there's like high stakes, so no, it kind of just feels like another fight.
Also, if you look back at your career, you've sort of fought the who's who of the middleweight and even the welterweight divisions. Are you happy with the way that your career has turned out, getting here to the PFL now, where you are? And is there anything you've learned from both your wins and your losses that is propelling your success at the moment?
I mean, there's definitely been times in my career where I was like, this fucking sucks. I can't believe this is happening. Like the Contender Series losses, even like losses in Bellator have sucked. But like taking it as a whole, I'm like extremely grateful for where I am. I get to live a pretty cool life. I get to do stuff like this, talk to you guys, have the bright lights on me and everything, so it's pretty cool. What have I learned? Wins or losses, man. Like the more I do this thing, the more it confirms to me that just like hard work and dedication and committing yourself to the craft is what can bring you to a high level.
All right, that's it for me. Good luck.
Thank you.
Over here.
You said the build-up for this fight was a little bit different. Is it at all personal for you, or is it strictly business?
Yeah, not personal at all, man. I've said it so many times. Like I don't know this guy. We've had next to zero interaction with each other than like the 15 minutes in the cage. Yeah, I don't know him. He's got friends and family that love him, so I assume he is a different person, not in front of the camera. So no, there's nothing personal from my end.
Do you think it's personal on his end?
Again, I don't know him, but I will say it really seems that way.
Hi, over here. You said nothing personal, all business. You don't know him, but do you feel he's a different fighter than he was in the first time?
Yes and no. I mean, like guys improve over their careers, right? That's what we try and do. To like completely change your style. I don't know how many fighters we've ever seen that have like changed their style in like the prime of their career, right? Like he's not going to come out as a southpaw. He's not going to pull guard or do something crazy like that, I don't think. So I think he's very similar. He says he's not. Of course, he's made some improvements, but yeah, I mean, the style is the same.
Also, I want to ask, Niagara top team is making some noise in the MMA world. How is training with high elite teammates, how improve your game?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I mean, the gym has only been around for like a few years, and the things that we've done there, like started in like a small little basement gym. We called it a dungeon. It was like gross and stinky with like mold on the walls and shit. It was bad. And then a couple years after being there, we moved into like a big, nice location. We've got like a few fighters in the UFC. We've got guys that are signed in Contender Series now. We've got me in PFL right now. We had another guy in PFL. So yeah, we're doing big things, and it's cool to be in the room and kind of watch the progression of the team.
Thank you.
As you just kind of looking at it, obviously, obviously the main event for you is pretty important. You're more than likely going to be able to ride. And how do you see the main event going this weekend, and who would you rather fight?
It's a sick fight either way. I'm leaning a bit towards Fabian. I think he's just a little bit too sharp, but like Josh is a dog, man. He's tough to get out of there. He's very well rounded. He's got a gas tank, so I think it could go either way. I've talked to Josh quite a bit on the last fight week and this fight week, and I like him a lot as a person. I think he's a cool guy, and it sounds weird that I like him, but I want to fight him because I like him, and I think he's a cool guy. I think it would be a fun fight.
Awesome, good for you. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, over to Zoom, Kayla.
Hey, how are you doing? Caleb's Cave Block podcast. Jumping back to, a rematch with Dalton Rosta. And at your last match you came to, you won by a unanimous decision. What's your game plan going into this one, the rematch, to finish him, submit him? How did you prep differently? Like you said, it's been 2 years, so you both have grown and changed since that last fight.
I mean, how do I want to win? Like, by any means necessary. If I could get a finish, that's great. Dalton's obviously a tough guy. He's probably going to be hard to put away. But that is my plan, is to get him out of there. How did I prepare? I mean, like I said in some other interviews, I don't think he is the most difficult style to kind of mimic in the gym. I have guys that can give me a similar look, so that's what I've done.
You kind of piggyback, it was hard to hear what the question was before me, so I do apologize if I'm repeating it. Obviously, going to the finals, there's a chance that you will have another rematch with Edwards. And thoughts on if he wins that fight and you both meet back in the smart cage, how that event might go different from the last time.
Yeah, I mean, the first time we fought, it was, I think it was a very close fight. There's people that told me they thought I had it. Obviously, I didn't quite do enough to win, but yeah, he's a tough guy, very skilled fighter. And again, same thing I said about Dalton. You got to get guys to give you that look. I think Fabian might be a little bit harder to replicate in the gym, but I do know some guys that have that style. So yeah, just kind of getting reps in with someone that you think can mimic that.
Yeah, absolutely. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Shady.
Hey, Aaron, Shady with MMA Dungeon. You are part of a very rare group of people who I think are going to push the sport forward, and that's people who are focusing on the research and the medicine side of things like weight cut. You were part of a research paper that I'm looking at right now. Talk to me a little bit about what that was like to be a part of that paper, and what do you think it'll do for the sport? Yeah,
that was pretty sick, man. I am buddies with Dr. Corey Peacock, who he's the strength and conditioning coach at Killcliff, and he works at one of the universities in Florida. Very smart guy, and I have my sports nutrition certification through the ISSN that he works for as well. So yeah, he got me on board for this paper, and it was like kind of the who's who of like nutrition and sports science researchers. So it was very sick to be a part of that. And yeah, man, I think it's cool. Like, MMA is a very new sport, and there's not a lot of research or like scientific methods to do much of what we do. So yeah, to be on something like that and be able to help out and hopefully help guys do things a little bit smarter in the future is cool.
Yeah, definitely a rare thing to see a fighter on a research paper, and Jen Jesavizzi has commented a bunch of nerds as the names, and I was looking through, and it's really a who's who on that list, so yeah. Kudos to you for being a part of it.
Thank you.
One other quick one for me. Your partner is a hair artist, so is she in charge of the mullet and keeping it on point?
She is in charge of the mullet being on point, absolutely.
Best of luck, sir.
Thank you.
Carlo.
Hey, Jay, Carlo Caruza. Obviously, you guys fighting again. How do you think you have grown and evolved since the first contest?
Everywhere, man. I've told you before, like, I don't take breaks out of the gym. Like, after the last fight, I was out of the gym for like 4 or 5 days, and I'm back in there. This is what I do year round. I look at my last fights. I try and improve on like gaps in my game. And I know it's kind of like a standard boring answer, but yeah, I'm looking to be better everywhere all the time.
Yeah, you've had quite the journey in mixed martial arts. Started off fighting on dirt roads in Ohio early in your career. That great Bellator career now here in the semifinals of the PFL World Tournament. When you first started this, could you even envision a career like this?
Not at all, man. And there's been ups and downs, and there's been hard moments. But yeah, like I said earlier, I have nothing but gratitude for the life that I've been able to live because of this, and it's pretty cool.
Our last question, what would it mean to be the first Canadian to win a world tournament?
It would be pretty sick.
Rudy.
All right, good luck, buddy.
Thanks, man.
Hey, Aaron, thank you for the time. Rudy from Fighting You. Having studied your prior loss to Dalton Rosta, what specific counter wrestling techniques have you drilled to keep your fight in like your preferred range for the semifinal match?
Well, he says he's going to be an anti-grappler and avoid the grappling at all costs, so maybe I won't even have to focus on defensive wrestling. We'll see.
Do you feel that the way that you push the pace in your fights and you like wear down your opponents with the cardio that you push, do you think that you can push Ross's cardio in this next fight to see if you could maybe like gas them out early, take the win?
I think so, yeah. I think he has been known to slow down quite a bit in his fights, and I think that's a pretty reasonable expectation.
Thanks, man. That's all I got for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Mills.
Hey, what's going on? Aaron Jeffery,
What's up,
7
man?
Minute Locker Room, part of Plus Sports Radio. How are you feeling today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Can't complain. It seems like, all the spotlight and all the attention is on Dalton Rosta. All I see is commercials of him. I'm seeing him throwing out the first pitch and everything like that. Can you talk about what it would mean to steal the spotlight this Friday?
Yeah, it would be great, man. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to steal the spotlight or they're just going to put it on somebody else. I think I'm just too boring. I don't think they want the spotlight on me.
Let's speak about that for a minute. I mean, I don't call it boring. I just call it, covering yourself and, representing MMA as a mixed martial artist the right way. Some people feel like they got to get on camera. They got to live up to a different personality once the camera starts rolling. But it seems like you're always the same person on camera and off camera, right?
Yeah, that's right. I know it doesn't mean anything to anyone else other than me, but yeah, I'm trying to stay true to myself. I'm not going to put on an act. I'm not going to talk shit. It's not in me. Like in front of the camera or not, I'm just not a mean person, so I'm not going to be able to fake that.
Got it. Let's take it through MMA Grade School real quick, and let's rate your opponent. Where would you rate Dalton Rosta striking out of an A through F?
A through F? Give him a solid B.
What about his grappling?
Maybe a B plus.
And what about his finishability?
That's a good question. I don't know. I know he had a few decisions there for a bit. His last one was a finish. I'll give him a B there too. He's got B's across the board.
And that's the most important. What about his heart?
His heart? He's failing there. He's an F.
All right, man. Thanks for the time, man. Can't wait to see you guys' fight this Friday.
Thanks, man.
Anyone else? All right, Aaron, that's all we got for you
Cool.
today. Thank
Thanks,
you so
guys.
much. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate you.